Right here, right here, right here. We're here.
Hello.
We're there.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauryn.
And I'm Ian.
And this is our Strength and Swings class. We play with our strength using our kettlebells, which are off to the side right now. We'll get warmed up with our body weight and then get into some strength moves.
I have my light kettlebell out with a heavy one ready to go, and Lauryn has her gamut of light, medium, and heavy kettlebells at her side as well. If you have that light and heavy kettlebell, grab both. We'll warm up first with the light one and then with the heavy. Take it over, Lauryn.
Until then, let's do a couple moves with just our body. Lightly tucking the chin towards our chest, growing tall at the crown, squeezing our glutes and rooting our feet. We'll start just by looking over his shoulder. As you do this, coming back through center, keeping the shoulder stationary and the chin at the same height the whole time. Try that one more time each side. Shoulder check, back to center. Now from here, we'll tuck the chin towards chest, and then slowly stack the head, neck, and extend up towards the ceiling. Repeat again. Chin comes down towards chest or sternum. Chin tucks looking down. And then restack that head, neck, looking up towards the ceiling. Bring it back to center and to tall. Let's step our feet a little bit wider and repeat the same routine at the rib cage. With our arms across the chest and the blades lightly retracted, squeeze your cheeks, your butt cheeks, that is. And now with your head on straight, add a rotation through that upper body. Head is coming along with you for the ride, but not directing the movement. Repeat the other way. Chin staying in line of sternum, hips staying forward. One more time. Rotating that rib cage to one direction, push that hip forward, and then back to center. And one more time the other way. Rotation, and back to center. Now from here, let's do a couple lateral bends. We're lifting up and slightly over like a little teapot. And then come back to center and the other side. Up but without shrugging, and over. And back up tall. One more time each way. As you do this, you're lengthening out that side obliques, so bring them back to center using them. One more time the other way. Side bend, and then back to tall. We have one more for that rib cage. Light chin tuck, blades retracted, belly button down in concrete. Gently flex forward. Rounding through that upper back, but trying to keep the blades together. Now, keep the abs on tight and think about extending that heart chest forward. Squeeze your cheeks, extend that upper back, and then gently pull back down, flexing or rounding. Keeping the chin tucked, abs on, lightly extend, pressing forward, and then come back to center and relax. Let's do one more thing at the hips, and then Ian will take it from there. I like to adjust my stance. Let's try taking our hips through like a roller coaster pattern. So could you bring them forward and backwards, creating this roller coaster shape? And if you don't know what to do, just do something. And then switch the direction. If you can, think about scooping and then extending and scooping and extending. Now, we'll try doing a similar, but in a circle pattern. So we're reaching around, or like a merry-go-round, reaching around all corners. Again, watch that low back, that you're not just arching through that low back, but reaching in the back. Switch directions one more time each way, warming up the hips, getting them ready to swing through. Then come back, shake it off, and
Hips are ball and socket joints, and so are those shoulders. But first, let's address the shoulder blades. With the palms facing forward, low effort, shrug up the shoulders, and then place them down. Then keep the hands still and retract the blades. They're probably already a version of squeezing together. And then keep the hands back and round the shoulders forward. Finish in retraction. Then a W shape. Straight lines through the fingertips and the forearms. Then gently shrug up, elevating, down, depressing. Then shoulder blades forward along the rib cage, and then retract. Extend on the elbows with those palm pits and elbow pits facing the same direction. Gently elevate, then pull down, then rounding forward, retracting backwards. Then easy does it, pull down on those armpits to go towards your overhead or the Y shape, Then again, we'll elevate. Then we'll pull down, protract forward, retract, and then pull like a chin up. Let the palms face the chest at the rack's position, and then extend those elbows with the palms forward. Shake it out. We'll return that press groove in a second, but now back to Lauryn.
We'll come down to the floor, warm up our wrists, because we're gonna do some get-ups later. With our feet in parallel, let's gently press those knees towards over the toes, shifting weight from one side to the other, and then we'll find the toe balance, and we'll sink a little lower, and sink a little lower, and then from here, our knees will find the floor, the hips will extend. We'll do a quick wrist warm up, and then we'll get into some planks here. So as we come back down, those fingers are gonna come down. Make all 8 fingers touch the floor, but keep the palms and the thumbs up. Pull your shoulders out of your ears and rotate those elbow pits forward. Now could we rock from the baby to the index? Baby to index, and then keep the elbows straight and return the palms fully to the floor. With those hands spread out wide, gripping, let's draw some circles in our shoulders just to drift ourselves around here. As we do that, we're trying to keep those elbows nice and straight. And then we'll slowly switch directions, taking your time, feeling that distribution through your fingers, using the floor to guide you around. Back to center, then push the palms away, flick the floor, and shake that out. Right now, we're gonna get into a plank position. So let's place our hands down on the floor. Extend our feet back, either from the knees or from the toes. Find a plank position. Tuck your hips under, squeeze your cheeks, pull your shoulders down. Pulling your hands towards your feet, bracing your abs. You're at the top of your swing position here. You're breathing, but you're feeling that tension for 4, 3, 2, knees come down. Let's place them slightly wider than those hips and warm up our squat position. So with your knees down and a slight tailbone tilt to the ceiling, push on the floor, driving your hips back into your low squat position, and then gently rocking forward. Repeat that one more time. Tailbone lightly tipped to the ceiling, pressing yourself back, pulling yourself forward. Then let's find those toes again and come back up into that plank. Adjust your hands to be in a push-up position that's comfortable for you. Before we do a push-up, let's establish that plank tension. Squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders down, brace the core. Now let's pull ourselves down halfway to our push-up position and hold for 3, 2, press back up. Re-establish that plank tension by squeezing and bracing. Pull yourself all the way to the floor, but you're hovering just off the floor, and hold for 3, 2, and then up, press back up. Whew. Knees find the floor. Take a second off. And we'll do one more time in our frog, and then we'll get into some warm-up presses. Again, with those knees wider than the hips, the feet slightly turned out. We'll push ourselves forward with our hands, driving our hips back, sinking into that squat. You're only going as far as you can, keeping that light tailbone tip to the ceiling versus rounding under. Pull forward again. One more time. Press yourself back. Breathing, rocking. And then we'll pull back forward. Bring those knees together. And
push the floor away. I'm conveniently located right next to my light kettlebell, and go get your light kettlebell as well. We'll challenge our presses here as we warm up from a lunging position, then a tall kneel, and then that nice Z press from a splits position on the floor. So we'll do some get-ups later, but for now, have the leg in the back, that hip extension leg, this is my right, and the kettlebell on the same side. Set up your gentle hinge, use your hips, clean it to the rack position, and full body tension, 1 press. Pull down with control. 2 hands on, set up that hinge, return it to the ground, switching your sides and maybe moving just that bell width to the side. Pinky grip near that corner. Set up the hinge. The hips can't help too much here, but use the hip to get it up to the rack and pull down on the armpit to press overhead. From here, control the down. We're building our groove and returning the kettlebell to the floor. From here, on 2 knees. Bum back, use that hip extension again to get it to the rack. Tall kneel on 2 knees here. Full body tension and press. The bum squeeze, the core brace, building that groove. Return to the floor. Shake out barehanded. What went well? What do you want to improve? Let's groove it again right here. Hand near the corner. Clean to the rack. Full body tension as we press. Hold for a second. Grip the bell. Brace the core. Pull down and return to the floor. From here, let's sit in our tall split. Lauryn talked about that lumbar spine being long and extended as we're doing our frog move for the squat. Same parameters for this. If already you're slouchy, ooh, that's a weird word. Let's make sure that we can stay tall, revisit another version of this press, or enjoy a nice fun Z press if you're into it. Pack your shoulder, pull it to that rack, core tension, 1 press, and pull down. 2 hands on, hinging on the hips, returning to the bell to the floor, and same thing other side. To the clean, full body tension, to the press, and pull down. Now I hope you chose that lightweight, because I did too. And now, Lauryn, I think it's time for another warm-up set of some get-ups.
It is, Ian. Change out your bell or keep your bell. It's up to you. I'm going to move to a slightly heavier one here. So I'll exchange and we're going to start.
I'm going to keep this one right here.
We're going to start with 1 get up each side 2 times through. So we'll end up doing 4 get ups here. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
And
up,
join me
down.
in the cuddle as Lauryn gets here too. And again, pack your shoulder, take a breath, and roll. From the roll, we'll push through the bent leg onto that elbow. Then it's the tall sit. And if you're new to the get up, try it barehanded or body weight first, because we square from here, we stand tall, pull yourself down into the lunge. Enjoy my favorite move, that windmill. Tall sit, elbow to the back. 2 hands down, give it a cuddle. And Lauryn, help us through that other side.
All right. Well, it's the same. It's just the opposite. We'll start with our cuddle. We'll roll to our back, pressing that bell with 2 hands. Use that hip extension and pull on that elbow. Finding your hand, that shoulder remains packed as you sweep around. Front foot moves to your lunge, both legs up. That step back, controlled down. Rotating around that bell as we start to look at it again. As we sweep to the elbow and then to the back. Control the pull down, cuddle, let it go.
Let it go.
Spin around again.
And I'm going to be taking this opportunity to bell up.
Bell up.
Or that slightly heavier bell. I'm looking forward to pressing later in today's workout. Get used to the bell and the get up. Let Lauryn coach us through as she usually does. Ready when you are.
One more get up on each side here. So starting in that cuddle, rolling and pressing. Here we go. 1 move at a time. Looking up at that bell. And then remember, both legs to help you in that lunge. Control back down. That rotation and hinge on the hip, restacking the shoulders before you sweep. Elbow, and finishing with control. Bell comes down. Cuddle. Park. Take a second. Whew. Spin around.
Spinorama.
All right. 1 more get up in this warm up here. Started in the cuddle. To the back. And up. Hip drive. Pull. Find that hand. Inverted just sweep. Extend. Square up lunge. And control that back down. Take your time. Sweeping, elbow, and back. Whew. Put that bell down. No rules to stand up. Whew.
Maybe no hands either.
Oh, excellent.
Right on.
Grab a little sip if you'd like. Last week, you were here. I was here.
I was here.
Yeah, it was a great time. We're going to build on last week. So last week, we did Sorry, just checking my notes. We brought the bell to our rack position and we squatted it once. I went. Do we press first or squat first? Doesn't matter.
I think we pressed.
We pressed. Okay, so I brought it to the rack position. I pressed one, then Ian pressed one. Then we did our left arm, I pressed one, Ian pressed one. Then we did the same amount of rack squats. 1, 1, 1, 1. We went 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Today, we're gonna try to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Climbing that ladder towards 5.
So,
Do you have that bell? And maybe it's a 2-bell scenario. A lighter bell to press, and perhaps that heavier bell to squat. For us, we'll be using that same bell throughout, starting with Lauryn's 1-arm press. Check in with the grooves, that Z press or the lunge. Challenge yourself to the ultimate test of that overhead press for full body strength and fun.
so I go, now Team Ian goes. Either you're going with me or you're going with Ian. Make sure you take appropriate rest. Well, this appropriate rest in between. Second side, 1 rep. Whew.
And always take more rest if you need. What we're trying to do here is about a 1-to-1 work-rest ratio. Plus a little extra words from me because I like a little longer rest.
So Team Ian, second side, single rep. And then it's our turn, and this time we'll be doing a squat. So we'll be pulling that bell to that rack position, stepping into our squat stance, 1 squat.
Lauryn said it right there, stepping into the squat stance. Your hinge stance might be different than your squat, so feel free to change your foot position.
Team Ian, first side, 1 set, 1 rep. Elbow stays in tight. Maintain that core tension at the bottom of your squat.
Whew. Shake it out in between, but high tension with the breath, with the core, and firm grips on the bell in that squat.
Team Ian, second set of squats here. Elbow stays in tight, vertical forearm that whole time. As low as works for you. All right.
All right.
We're on round 2. 2 presses.
2 presses. Maintain the integrity, which includes heavy feet, bum squeezes, core braces, and that breathing match that you might hear from Lauryn as well.
Team Ian.
1-to-1 work rest, plus a little bit more.
Team Ian. 2 presses. Get it to that rack position using that cheek clean or 2 hands on the up. We'll save our strength for our presses.
That's right.
And control the
I
down.
love the 2-handed cheek clean. Nothing wrong with that single, but as Lauryn just demonstrated there, and I always do too, 2 hands, let the hips do the work to the rack, and then press it with the full body to overhead. I like that sigh. I like the sigh. An accomplished sigh versus an unsatisfied sigh, I hope.
True. All right, Team Ian. 2 presses on the second side here. Also pulling that bell down with control. Not too slow on your down because we're working for reps here, but not just letting the bell fall into that rack position. 2 squats.
Prioritize that up and down, and that's the same with our squat here. Pull down, power up. Pull down, power up. Adjust your pants to make yourself flexible, and do it again.
We'll just wear spandex. 2 reps for Team Ian here.
No,
Those
thank you.
feet are wide and gripping the floor. That core brace. Whew. Second side for 2.
Second side for 2. Open your stance as you need. Pull down, press through. The load is in the front, but you're using the strength in the back to secure it to the body.
Team Ian finishing up set 2 here of 2s. How appropriate. You just need to count to 5 to remember what we're doing.
How hard can that be, Lauryn, counting to 5?
Sometimes it's
Well,
really
in
hard.
my experience, sometimes very difficult, that's right. It's 3 presses. Shake it in between. High tension for those pressing. It's the core brace, the bum squeeze, hi-ya efforts all around. Whew. Taking some extra rest. That joke might get tired, so I'll try to keep it on track. Here we go.
Team Ian, 3 presses. As you're pressing here, think about where you're looking. You're not necessarily looking up at the bell, but keep your gaze looking up. That's where you want the bell to go. Don't look down at the floor. The bell will go down.
Do you have a strong side and a stronger side? I do. This is Lauryn's strongest side. I'm not sure with that, Lauren, but you might have one that's easier or tougher than the other, and that's okay. Embrace that challenge. Is that strong or stronger there, Lauren?
It's tricky.
Tricky.
It depends.
This is
Both
my
sides are
strong
pretty
side.
good.
3, right?
Yes, 3. It was interestingly enough, it's not my dominant hand, but it was the first side to press my heavy bell when I was going for my 1 max rep here. Not here. Well, here, but not today. All right.
Got it.
Round 3 of squats.
Squatting time. This is that weighted cardio, a little strength and conditioning here. Hiya on the squats. Lauren's arm, consistent with mine, is out to the side. The double rack position is also good. What works for you to stay balanced and tension filled?
3 squats. Get it to that rack position. Once it's there, elbow stays in tight. Pull yourself down. Trying to break that parallel position as allowed, but ensuring that when you do so, you're still keeping that nice long spine and that tailbone reaching to the back versus dumping underneath.
Avoid that tuck. Work on your range, but avoid that tuck for now at least. Squats 1, crush the grip, pack a shoulder. Breath match, just like Lauren's doing on cue. 3 for us now.
Important tips about your squat is that it's also about the down. So think about pulling yourself down into that squat, controlling that down motion, not just enjoying the gravity pull. And then park. It's not just about the up on the squat. All right.
Great. Set 4. Flying by here, set 4. How are you feeling? Like last week, 1, 2, 3, maybe adopt that 2-1 strategy. If you're ready, you've rested well, you've trained well all week, you've ate well all week. Let's do it. 4 repetitions here, Lauren. Breath in. Hiya. For those recovering, slow down the breath, a little bit of a shakeout. Stay fresh.
Does eating well include sourdough bread?
Oh, of course it does.
And homemade Christmas cookies?
Of course it does.
Okay, then I eat well.
And kale, okay? And
Yeah, kale. Some soup in there
Gotta
too.
get that seasonal greens in there.
All right. First side here for Team Ian, 4 presses. Vertical forearm. Inhale on the down, up on the up. Keep that breath pattern the same for every press, then you won't get confused. The bell will go up every time. And park with control. Boom.
I hope I satisfied all those things Lauren said, namely the control piece. Not for the neighbors downstairs, but for you and your safety and efficiency. Power up.
Is this 4?
This is 4. That's 2, Lauren.
See,
2 more.
counting to 5 is hard.
2 more. 2 more for Lauren's team there.
No, that's 4, but yeah.
There we go.
All right.
All right, let's keep track of these here, Lauren. 4 repetitions.
4 reps, Team Ian. Take your time. That breath in, the brace, the push down into the floor to get that bell towards overhead. Again, that breath, the slightly upward gaze, the positive attitude, and the visualization of getting that bell towards overhead are all keys to success. And some positive hops here and there. Grunts are allowed.
And your training partner's hops, they help refresh your mind of what you're supposed to do too. We're resting here. They're squatting up to 5 reps. Grip the bell. Vertical forearm. Pack a shoulder. Lauren says slow down and power up. I agree. Let's execute on those same values right here.
Slow down, power up. Elbows in. Your squat stance. That might be slow, tight, slightly pointed out. But again, pulling down, driving away. Feel those abductors as you do those squats. Feel the booty as you do your squat. Don't get distracted.
How am I supposed to focus like that? Shake it out. We hope you're having fun in your practice. We are always here. Up to 4 squats. Hiya. For the booty, for the core, for that grip strength to continue pressing with integrity here. There we go. Hand down. That came around way too quick for my liking.
All right, Team Ian. 4 squats here. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. 15 presses each side. 15 squats each side. 30 presses. 30 squats.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Not too many, just a
Of
few.
my favorite things. All right, we're on this last set here. We're going for 5. Please feel free to pick a different number. Maybe you're squatting 5 because that feels good, but you're pressing more like 3. No problem. Your choice, your workout.
Set your intention before you approach that bell and nail it. If you're having doubt, that's okay. Go for that number that does feel strong. Maintain your form. Woo. Woo.
You okay?
Yeah, I was trying to slow down my breath and needed to take an extra one in there.
Slow down your breath. Breathe in and out your nose. Close that mouth. Open the nostrils. 5 reps here. Ian's focusing. It's that brace when he pulls it into that rack and that up. The control down, but the back up. You're not bouncing out of this rack position. You don't get to bop. Not here. There's a time and a place, but not with these bells. Take your time. Ish, but don't take too much time. Then you're holding the bell for longer.
Oh my goodness. Got it. Kind of just barely. So, Lauren, give me as much rest. Give
That's
our
why I
team as
haven't
much
even
rest as
approached
you
the
need.
bell yet, because I knew.
I appreciate that so
I just
much.
knew.
Appreciates that. Whew.
Gives
Okay.
me slow-mo approaching.
I like it. I like it. I appreciate that so much. Pressing overhead for up to 5. Pack your shoulder. It's the core press. Full body tension, full body effort, mindset, and then those muscles will work for you.
There you go.
Okay.
Even took my time putting it down. All right. I think I did 5. See, I told you.
That was 5. I'm pretty sure that was 5.
Good. Okay, 5 reps. See me in last set of presses for today. Every rep nice and clean. Finishing strong right to the end. Looking up, rooting your feet, using your abs, using your cheeks. Taking a second at the top as needed. And up. Okay, we're going to take a little intermission there. Coming down to finish that set with a lighter bell. Groove it with that lighter bell. Keep your body ending on a successful rep. End with success. Great job. That's okay.
No disappointing. That's
You'll
okay.
get it next time.
That's right.
Sorry, I meant that in a positive way, not a condescending way.
No. I don't interpret that way. For the next time. Last set of squats though, for that, I will continue to challenge myself with the heavier bell, practicing that time under tension to load the body, particularly that forearm, get it used to a nice heavy load.
All right. Only 10 more squats left, Ian. 5 each side. Pulling down, pressing that way, pressing away. So when I press away from the floor, I'm thinking about this sort of energy, pushing down and out on the floor in order to stand up tall. And park.
There we go.
There we go.
Last set, Lauren. No rush. Take your time, but she's ready to go. So are you, I hope. 5 squats. Hiya. Promise there's no more squats after this. Just maybe a few get-ups or something. Number 3, 2 more to finish strong. Maybe I'm miscounting here. 1 more, Lauren. See, counting to 5. Not that easy. Simple, but not easy.
Not easy. All right, team Ian, finish up this last set of squats here. 5 or so squats. Again, finishing with that strength and integrity right to the last rep. Slow down that breath. Breathing in and out the nose. Take your time. Take a second or 2 off. I'll give you a couple extra seconds even.
Thank you, Lauren.
As it happens. That felt good.
Yeah, it did.
5 reps, getting
It
back
did.
up to that number 5.
It did.
With our presses. We're going to revisit how we warmed up today. So we'll come back to our get-ups again.
Excellent.
I'm changing back to a slightly heavier bell for my get-up today. You choose. Lighter, same, heavier, body weight. The list is endless. All right, come on down. I was trying to buy you time, but I have no more stories to tell.
Oh, that's okay. We're ready to rock.
Ready to rock?
Team Ian strong, ready to go.
Okay, to the cuddle. Here we go. To the roll, to the press. All the way up, one move at a time. Using both legs up. And here we go, rotating around that bell. Sweeping, elbow, and to the back. Finish by pulling that bell always down with 2 hands in our get up. There's time for some floor presses, but for now, it's get up time.
I do like a floor press for sure.
Who doesn't like a floor press? All right.
I'm ready. Team Ian, we're ready. I'm not sure what Team Lauren's waiting for here.
All I heard all hour was buying some time.
I appreciate that.
Control. Whoa. See? Focus on your get-ups. Don't make jokes. Keeping that bell overhead the whole time, maintaining that nice neutral long spine with the core brace on either sides. And putting the bell down. Remember to rotate yourself around the bell. Don't bring that bell over top of you.
Yeah, it gets a little dangerous.
Danger. Was that okay there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Focus on that get up. Don't crack jokes, but
Don't
always
think
have
about dinner.
fun.
Maybe do think about dinner, but...
Get ups first, though.
All right. Last get up each tonight. You know, this would be get up number 7 and 8. But if we were to do 2 in a row, it would be 7, 8, and then 9 and 10. We're going to end up doing 10 get ups. So if you're feeling it, I'm going to go for 2 in a row. I don't know what Ian's going to do, but I'm going to do 2 in a row on this side. If you want to stick to 1, that's fine. You get a little extra rest. Here we go. Keeping that shoulder packed with that lat engaged and that elbow straight the whole time will help maintain the stability and strength to keep that bell in place. If you're going for number 2, keep it in firing range and come on back up. Maybe go for 1.5. Take your time. Finishing with control. Pull it down. There you go. Get up number 7 and 8.
7, 8. Coming up on the last 2 today. And again, we're doing with a load and then maybe a body weight rep after or a drop set the way I had to finish my last set of presses. Do what it takes. Finish with integrity. We got 2 more to go, Lauren.
2 more to go. Get up number 9 and 10. I don't know, there's something just about doing 10 get-ups.
I know.
That's fine.
I know.
Oh, we have a big day coming up too. Let's do more than 10 get-ups.
I know.
Ian's birthday tradition every year is to do his birthday number of get-ups. Well, not the birthday number. Age in get-ups. It's more than 2. Here we go. Not in a row though. Make sure before you sweep those legs, you're stacking your shoulders. And number 9 here, last get up of the day, sorry, number 10. Rotate hinge, elbow, and back. Pull it down, cuddle park.
Cuddle park.
Oh.
And hiya.
Excellent.
To come up. Slow things down with our breath, and then maybe finish with a nice rotation as we finish today's practice. In a stance comfortable for you, place 1 hand on the belly, 1 hand on the chest, and lightly close your lips. Breathe in and slow out. Repeat. Breath in. Exhale. Are we able to keep that rib cage down, or do we lift up on that inhale? Let's prioritize keeping that rib cage down as you might exhale right here, and repeat inhale. In slow, out. Forcefully and slower. 2 more. Breath in, exhale, and last time, breath in. Force the exhale. Hold the empty. And breathe in with strength. To finish today's practice, let's just do one little lunge down to the floor. Clear your space. Take your time. It's that scissor down. Then make it up a little bit. As you get on an elbow from here, in that modified 90 position, like a lunge, that top hip is extended forward. The bottom leg is pulling in. And from here, Lauren, tell us what to do.
We'll take our top arm and we'll gently put it across our chest so it doesn't get confused. Retract that top shoulder blade back behind you. Now before we go anywhere, let's extend that back hip forward and reach out the kneecap. So we're creating that length through the side body. Then from here, our head is going to rotate to the elbow on the floor. And then the shoulders will rotate closed. And then the head will rotate open. And the shoulders will follow, extending and lifting that chest. Keep that back hip extended. Repeat one more time. Head rotates to elbow on the floor. Rib cage, upper body rolls forward. Then head will rotate open. And that upper body will rotate open, extending that back cheek. And gently relax. We'll press the floor away, pushing ourselves up. Repeating on the other side. So take your time. Change your legs. Find that 90-90 your lunge position, then finding that elbow, that top arm across our chest. Right away, again, we just extended that back hip and reached length. From here, head rotates to elbow on the floor, upper body. Keeping that back hip extended, head will rotate open, upper body, chest will rotate open. Repeat one more time. Back hips extended, head, and then shoulders. And then head and shoulders. Pressing the floor away, extending up to tall. Take a second. However you'd like to say our goodbyes. Thank you for joining us tonight on our Strength and Swings class.
We're not here advertising Head and Shoulders shampoo, but just trying to reset that groove and open up that nice coordinated approach to your fitness and workout.
Did it look like I was advertising Head and Shoulders?
You said Head and Shoulders a couple times.
Oh, did I? Oh, right.
Yeah. Bad jokes.
Yes,
My forte.
I didn't even get it. So we did kettlebells tonight, and as our name, we must do our bar practice. So that bar is on Thursday morning. That's live right. At 8:15, but anytime in the archive thereafter. If you are a paying member through our website, thank you very much for helping us keep doing this. And we're also on Patreon now, so check us out there. Thanks for joining us. My name's Lauryn.
My name's Ian.
And until next time, take care, stay strong, and we'll train soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.